Aloha and welcome to our video tutorial. The topic of our video tutorial is ferret out spreadsheet errors. The purpose of this is to use Excel's tool to uncover and correct formula problems. This original article was by Mark G. Simkin, and this was published in Journal of Accountancy in February 2004. This video tutorial is presented by Alapatui Fua and Kelvin Kumar from the Brigham Young University of Hawaii. This is going to be an outline of what we're going to be presenting in this video tutorial. So Alapatui Fua will be talking about the building of audit models using count if and max. And then Kelvin Kumar will introduce to you the automatic auditing, which is the data validation, trace precedent, and trace dependence. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. So this is a payroll for a construction company. And this is pretty a simple one since it only gives this number. But just because, let's say, for example, it gives you more than that. So we're going to count how many of those people, like with the regular hours. So we're going to, I've made it easier for you. I've already highlighted where we're going to be including our functions. So that way it's easier for you to just notice. So over here, we're going to include in here a count function in cell D19, so equal count, and a shortcut is I'm going to use my arrow up, shift hold, keep going up using arrows, hit enter. And then with this one, since it has zeros, we want to be able to count how many people actually worked overtime. So what we're going to do is we're going to include in here a count if function. So what we're going to do is equal count if, and we're going to go up the same, hit shift, use up arrows, and then with this one, as you can see over here, it's actually for criteria. So what we want is to look within this range, E17 to E14, and give back what is greater than 0. We're going to make sure we put okay, so equal greater than 0. Okay, close that, hit enter. 5. So just to double check with these numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is right. So over here, this is a check. So we're just validating, as you can see, some regular pay. So adding of these should equal to this total. So this is just coming down. So this is a validation. We're going to equal if this equals this, so H21 equal H22, we're going to give back yes. And then if not, we're going to tell the computer, the Excel, okay, I'm going to pull this aside so you can see that, no, and then close. And since it is equal, it gives us yes. Okay, I'm going to pull it back. So max, so these numbers, we just included it ourselves. So 14, 40, we don't want them working more than that, and this is the rate we're going to give them as a max. So we're going to do max, and then going to select these and hit enter. And since this is a 12, so our maximum rate that we found is not over what we're only allowing. So this is good. So easier way, just drag over, and you can see over here, max is found. So that's the max over here is 40, as you can see, and then 9 over here. Okay, so we're going to check validation equal value acceptable over here. So the function we're going to include is if, and then C26. So C26, if C26 is less than C25, then we want the computer to give us a yes. If it doesn't, we want it to indicate no, so that we will know that this is it's going over, let's say, our maximum or our limit that we're giving. Hit enter. Since it's a yes, so we haven't exceeded our maximum allowed, then go ahead and drag this over, and this is yes. As you can see over here, is that or equal to, so lucky thing we made that. So what we're going to do is just include an equal to sign, hit enter, and then drag it over again, and there it is.
Aloha. So now I'm gonna teach you guys how to use the data validation function. This is to prevent data inputters to put any data that is not valid, and if they put something that is not valid, there'll be a pop out and a warning or a stop sign, which stops them from inputting the data and tell them to put some other data that is valid. So you go to data ribbon. Okay, so first you select the data that you want to fix it. You want to have it to be controlled. For example, okay, let's say the pay rate. You want to have only a certain amount of pay rate, so you highlight the pay rate, and then you go to data validation. Click data validation. For here, I'm going to put decimals. Click decimals, and between, okay, let's say the minimum, let's say 6.75, and the maximum will be 14. And you want to put input message, title. Let's say title will be pay rate data entry error. And you can put a message, which is maybe you can put please input at least 6.75 and not more than 14.00, and you want to put error message, stop, and you can put the same thing to here, pay rate data entry error, please input valid data, maybe at least 6.75 or not more than 14.00. Input message. Actually, I don't want to have any input message. Well, it's okay. I'll just leave it like this, and just click OK. As you can see, there's an information box here. It says, okay, please input the at least 6.75 or not more than 14. Okay. Now, if you realize, I put that the minimum data is 6.75, but as you can see here in the pay rate, you can see there's 4.00. This is because of I did the data validation table after inputting the numbers. So what you can do now is to, okay, you can use data validation function and choose and tell the spreadsheet to let you know which error has been inputted before the data validation, after the data validation box have been inputted. So you say circle, you can click here, and then you just highlight this maybe, or just try clicking circle invalid data. Now you can see it circles invalid data, and this is the invalid data because you created the data validation after you have inputted the numbers. So you can clear the validation circles and maybe correct, maybe put it 7. Okay. For example, now if you put 4, it will give you the message, because now you are putting the data after you have created the data validation. So that's data validation to help you minimize the errors. Next, I'm going to talk about let's see if I can find it, the functions of trace precedence under formula ribbon, trace precedence, trace dependence, and remove errors. So this is to help you. For example, if you click payroll here, you want to know how this calculation, what's the formula, what numbers are involved to create this number. You just click trace precedence, and you will see, so it's regular pay plus overtime pay equals to payroll totals. So if you click trace again, it will trace more data, how these two numbers are created. So this is to help you actually to decrease the error too. For example, if you forget to add in this number to this calculation, when you click trace precedence, you won't see the dot over here. So this dot shows that, okay, these numbers are being involved in creating these payroll totals. So you can remove errors, and you can also use trace dependence. So this number is dependent on this number here. So that is trace dependence, to help you see which numbers are related and which numbers are being used for a sum of another number. So that's pretty much it. We have helped you guys use the building audit modules and automated auditing, and to help you guys ferret out spreadsheet errors, and to have a clean spreadsheet. That's pretty much it. Mahalo.